What's up, guys? It is Monday morning, another smoke session, another Monday. Interesting enough. It seems like the Fridays come by really fast, and the Mondays come pretty fast too. But as a not huge fan of the weekend, I am happy that it is Monday. The weekends, they're not my favorite time. I really, to be truthful with y'all, struggle through about every single weekend because I'd be excited to get back to work. Like stopping and chilling on the weekends, and there's not a lot of communication and there's not a lot of stuff going on. I am one who struggles with the weekends. That is something every time it gets to Saturday or like Friday night, I have to like literally brace to not be upset because not a big fan of the weekend. But regardless, it is the week now. It is Monday morning. I am personally ecstatic about that. I hope you guys are happy about that as well. But if you're not, I hope a nice smoke session can. Oh no, Nisa. I get up at like 6 every day. Yeah, I get up at like 6 every day with Nicole being upset with me, but I can't sleep much past that. I also go to sleep like at a decent time, I must say though. But regardless, guys, today a ruling should come out from Texas whether Delta 8 will stay legal, and that'll have some consequences around the country, I think. But when it also comes to that, a lot of people are asking, does that count for HHC, THCP, all these other minor cannabinoids? And I would say it probably does. I would say that whatever the law comes out, it'll probably blanket all those substances. And not only that, we'll see where that takes the rest of the U.S. But with the DEA coming out and saying that Delta 8 isn't um, a controlled substance, that is an interesting. I know the lawyers here in Texas that are fighting to keep it here in Texas are like going to be using that a lot in court. Like, look what the DEA said. Like, the agency for the United States of America is saying it's okay, but here in Texas, you're saying it's not okay. And Nisa, yes, I am an early person. I love getting up early in the morning. It's so the early morning is the best time. That's when you can really use your brain the most. You have the most energy. The effects of the day haven't set in on you yet. I got you, Udi. I hope your DoorDash Uber Eats gets there quickly. But I am excited about this ruling today for one reason, for one way or the other, because I think with this hemp market, especially because Texas won't be legalized and have any legal sales happening there, especially like flower wise, probably I would imagine at least like the next 3 years, that will be the biggest hemp derived market in America. It currently is. And I think the hemp market needs Texas as a huge stepping stone, not necessarily to survive. Like, they'll still be able to have hemp and have hemp derived products and stuff like that. But I think Texas being the only place left that a lot of people are going to be like recreationally smoking hemp derived products here in the next few years as legalization happens, and as a place that has legit like a tenth of the nation's population. Like, 1 in 10 people in America live in Texas. And so when you look at it like that, like, you need Texas when it comes to those type of markets, especially when so many places already have made Delta 8 illegal. And not only that, or hemp derived like cannabinoids like that illegal, and not only that, perhaps already have legal sales as well as like Colorado and New York and stuff like that. That's what's up, Rudy. A lot of people are. A lot of people in the live streams are consistently puffing on Delta 8 cards or THCP or HHC or TACV or all these different things that have become available to us in a lot of the country. A lot of people are using day to day. there's anybody in the cannabis world that's now starting to realize, not now starting to realize, it's always realized, but the nation is even starting to realize how ridiculous the hemp to cannabis law is. Because the average person would still say like 3% THC is hemp, like in a vernacular term. But if we're talking about the literal like 0.3% or whatever that it can be, 0.03%, I always forget it's on all the packaging. 0.3%, less than 0.3% THC or Delta 9 THC, with that being the cutoff, they started to realize how crazy that is and how hard it is to grow and how hard it is to manufacture products with those ridiculous standards. That's a bet, Rudy. You have a good day. So I was reading the comments for a second, just catching up. But yeah, guys, it's going to be interesting to see whether Texas listens to the DEA and is like, no, this isn't a controlled substance. Or they're like, with a lot of things, they're like, fuck it, we're Texas. We're going to do what we want. I'm talking to Lucas. I know they've been able to raise some money to try to get these lawyers to fight this case as best they can, because there's a lot of money on the line for these companies if Delta 8 can no longer be shipped. It just is what it is. Yeah, this last week, at the end of this last week, they had, and then is it an injunction? Is that what they called it? I think it's an injunction hearing or something like that to see whether they could keep it legal after they lost the restraining order. They were trying to get a restraining order, a few weeks ago, and they weren't able to get that. And so now they're trying to see if this injunction hearing will be able to keep Delta 8 legal. And I've heard it went well, or from what I've heard, it went well, but we won't know until a judge comes out and says it. And I feel like with how slow the government's moving, from when they got the restraining order denied to being able to get this injunction hearing now, like Hometown Hero, the lawyers, all these people that are for this stuff, they're doing a great job fighting that shit and doing a great job staying on top of this shit and making it to the forefront. Because when it's left in limbo, it's tough because these businesses are like selling a half illegal product, half legal, like we don't know what's happening. And nobody wants that. They do need to get it together. It's too tough to survive out here for these cannabis companies. It shouldn't be this hard. I got you, Dominic. I don't know too much about what's happening in the Virginia election. I think I saw some. I know it was happening, but yeah, and you said a lot. It's just money, like where the cannabis money is going to be allocated to and where it's going to go and who's going to benefit off of it. They want to make sure it's them 100%. And they want to make sure that the government is getting their piece. And not only the government is getting their piece, but the people around the government are getting their piece. And then the people who are friends to the government are getting their piece. And then, all right, maybe we'll give a few pieces out to the rest of you people. But that's how this shit works. That's how the shit has been working. After this smoke session, I'm about to go to a coffee shop and type up some stuff. I have a review coming out for you guys later this afternoon. I'm pretty sure I should be able to get the Airizer review out this afternoon, which I'm excited to get out. Something I've been trying to get out. It's been taking me time. I've had so much other shit to do, but I should get the Airizer XQ2 review out today. And I'm excited to do that. I've been wanting to shoot a commercial for it type shit, kind of how I did that commercial that I put out last week. but I haven't gotten it down. I haven't gotten it to where I want it or what I want, you know? And so I think I'm just put out the review and try to concoct a commercial later. The dot leaf 1.5. I'll look it up, Cloud Shack. Dot leaf V 1.5. Oh, okay. So it's a dry herb vaporizer. I'll have to give it a try. Oh, and it comes with the mod that you can hit in the bong too. That's nice. Comes with the bong attachment. I'm gonna have to check it out, Cloud Shack, for real. And I'm always looking for products like that to be able to do commercials with and shit like that too. That's a better menu. I appreciate it. I just saw it pop up, and that's some stuff I'm gonna work on at this coffee shop too. Um, but yeah, guys, I'm excited to get kind of revamped website for you. But and the views on the website are going up. So anybody that's been visiting, I appreciate it. I've been writing, getting a decent amount of content out on there, trying to upgrade that as well, get that to a level that I like it at, and just keep pushing forward, keep making more content. I'm trying to do these live streams every day at like 9 a.m. If there's like big news, I want to present it because I might get back on here later if they make, I probably will if they make the ruling today about Texas. But if it doesn't happen until tomorrow, or if it happens like super late tonight or something like that, then I'll probably talk about it tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I'm trying to get on a habit of doing like 9 a.m. smoke sessions though with you guys and talk about the news, talk about what's been happening, or just talk about something that I think's funny or sad or whatever. I don't know. Probably not sad. I don't want to start the morning sad. Sure, Nisa, I appreciate you tuning in as well. But I want to get more into commercials like that 15 to 30 seconds, just like some trying to figure it out. Trying to be better at making content. The hearing was like on Friday, so yeah, it should be like today for Texas. Should be like today. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's certainly a fight. I need to clean this bong bad. This place I'm at now only has one bathroom, so you got to really make sure. I don't want to fuck up the sink. Like we had 2 sinks the last one, and the res will get on the sink some, and you got to clean it off of there and shit. And I don't want Cole to be all mad at me, so I haven't even really cleaned it out. But I've hit like moon rocks in it and Delta 8 flour and shit like that. So there's definitely like oil in there and stuff now. But it is what it is. It's not that dirty, but it's pretty dirty. But yeah, something has to be fought. There's too much money at stake for people not to fight it. It's really what it is. There's so much money being made in the hemp market and from these hemp-derived cannabinoids and all this different type of stuff to where no, it has to be. People are gonna have to fight it just so they can keep their businesses alive. Because like hemp flower and stuff is and a lot. It's tough. There's only so many hemp flower businesses that can exist. There's only so many CBD tinctures that can exist. So when we're talking about just CBD, there's like the market is already crowded for that, and a lot of it. And then when you're also talking about people that are competing with celebrities with that type of stuff, like these Delta 8 companies that have been able to come up and make businesses, they didn't need to be famous people. They didn't need to be anything like that. A Delta 8 dabs are definitely better than fancy nuggets. Like if you're talking about bang for your buck, Delta 8 dabs. Delta 8 flour, I just realized, is probably best in the airizer or in a dry herb vaporizer for like taste purposes and stuff. It's and effects because the taste is kind of the same. Like in a vaporizer, like you can taste some different buds, especially if they taste like really good or something like that. But overall, like even if it doesn't taste great in a joint or something like that, it'll at least taste like decent in a dry herb vaporizer. Oftentimes that I found. But yeah, guys, go Texas. Hopefully, or go Lawyers Fighting Texas. That's really what I meant to say. Hopefully, that gets resolved today and Delta 8 stays legal there. And we don't have to see what the ripple effects of taking away the biggest hemp market in America is. That's not the ripple effects we want to see. And the Texas Hemp Conventions coming up and stuff like that, and those type of things, they get tough sometimes to run when your base product. I just went to a hemp convention 2 weeks ago, and everything there was HHC and THCP and Delta 8. Like CBD flower, I saw like 1 or 2 stands that had it, and we're talking about a convention center, you know. Yeah, for sure, man. I saw that cannabis legalization news. They talked about it, or Tom talked about it at the end of last week. He was talking about how the DEA wasn't going to crack down. I brought it up at the beginning of this episode just to say I wonder if Texas is going to look at that example and be like, all right, it's not a big deal. Like the DEA, the national governing body for drugs, is saying that it's okay, so maybe we'll let it pass. Or if Texas is going to be like, no, we're doing it different out here. But Delta 8 edibles are probably the best product to me out of all of them. I like Delta 8 edibles a lot. If I want to chill, I've recently tried these 10 milligram sativa tablets that are that's like a dispensary thing though. I've recently tried those, and those shits are nice. Those shits are really nice. I really have to stay in here. Nicole's doing an interview in there. So I'm just going to chill here and smoke with you guys on this Monday morning. 10 people watching. That is clutch. I'm currently I think I'm on Twitch, my personal channel, and Cannabis Library. So welcome, guys, to these channels. Oh shit, there's a YouTube channel, a YouTube video I need to watch. What y'all be watching on YouTube? Or I'll be watching all learning shit or stand-up comedy. I watch stand-up comedy, Tiny Desk, or like music videos or TED Talks. That's what I've been on tough recently, is TED Talks. I love being able to just listen to people, learn from their experiences, and some of them be funny too, also entertaining. There's some TED Talks that are literally comedians, but the Squid Game is pretty good, yeah. You love British TV? I like some British TV shows too. My favorite one's for sure Peaky Blinders, though. I've never seen Moth Hour. That's what's up, D's. That's clutch. Every now and then you get blessed like that. Yeah, like TEDx, they have some really good talks. Oh yeah, Eternal. That's a movie that just came out in the movie theaters, though. I'm pretty sure it's a Marvel movie that just came out in the movie theaters with Angelina Jolie and shit. I'm almost certain. I be up on the different superhero shit usually. Oh, that was nasty, Reggie. Uh, sheesh. Hell yeah. What's good? BG? That what your BG? Radio version of TED Talks? Oh no, I never heard of that. I be going on like 1.5 hour bike rides sometimes around the city. I want to find a new audio book. I've been reading a couple different like books in my personal time, but I want some audio books too. It's nice. Yeah, tidbits. So do I. Especially if those skills can make me like a better person, like overall type shit. I have an Emmanuel. I've never known what I could put on the screen and what I can't. Because I want to put on the screen, but I never know what I'm allowed to like show and what I'm not allowed to show for real. Because I want to do like music video reviews and stuff like that on here. And I don't know how I'm hurting an artist by putting their music video on my channel, but evidently, like that's not allowed. I guess I mean obviously it's copyrighted music and stuff. Yeah, man. You mean like on live? I think I rode on live one time. I was biking on live on the city bike. Mo Terps, you watch Weed Info, politics, and scientific stuff. I got you. Yeah, the politics and scientific stuff, they lose me on that. That's why I'm trying to figure out what y'all be watching though. Habits. Is it? It'd be dope if you can connect a live, like do live with GoPro though. That'd be cool. I'm sure there's a way to set it out. I'm sure somebody could do it. Somebody smarter than me. But that's what I'm trying to be around. People smarter than me. Yeah, I listen to audiobooks on YouTube too. Like somebody would just whip the audiobook and put it on YouTube out for sure. I've listened to a couple Malcolm Gladwell books like that. I'm almost certain. Yeah, I was listening to Bomber Mafia, his last book. It didn't keep my attention like all the other ones have, but it's still not a bad book. I haven't seen Malignant. Dead ass tidbits for sure. I'm trying to branch out to some people smarter than me for sure. It's necessary. and not necessarily even smarter than what I do than me. I mean, I'd like to do smarter than what I do than me, but even like people that are just smarter, but they have different skill sets. You can learn something from everybody for real. And just apply it to what you do. Man, recently I've been watching so much Patrice O'Neill. That dude is part of the greatest comedian I've ever seen. I thought it was Dave Chappelle till I really dove into how he can, what he was able to do in his time, Patrice O'Neill, and the subjects that he was talking about while like what was happening and stuff. The dude is he's the goat. I'm sorry, because I used to think it was Chappelle, and Chappelle is great, but when I watch Patrice O'Neill like old stand ups and stuff, that dude is he really goes up there and like kills. It's a different level. Oh shit. You can definitely learn from kids. Everybody can learn from kids tidbits. I was reading a book right now that was talking about how you can learn a lot from kids, especially with how they encounter life inquisitively and like in general, like positively. If unless fear has been like taught to them or something like that, but how kids encounter life, you can learn a lot from. And I also watched the show Decent Marrow. I'm probably telling people to stop watching my shit damn near, but I don't care. Decent Marrow is also a great show. But I need to figure out how to do some like reviews on here, like reactions on here. Probably just need to watch other people do reactions. I got you, Emmanuel. I want to do them like they do on the shows where they show it, where they show the video. It's Jay. What's good? Nah, tidbits. These systems now, it's just like automated flag type shit. Like, yeah, I'm trying to. That's what I try to do. Is like I'm trying to. I've been learning a lot about habits and like increasing shit. Like I've noticed that there are certain things in my life that I do because I have a phone in my hand, because I look at the phone. But if I don't have the phone in my hand, then I don't do those actions and I don't waste as much time. Or like I do it because it's how I've always done it from when I was a kid. So I gotta digest like why do I do it from when I was a kid? Is that the best way to do it? Like all those type of thoughts have to be like circulating in somebody's head to me for them to be like the best version of themselves. Cause we all have like so many habits that even like just our parents gave us that probably or some of them might not be the best habit. Is what we've seen, it's what we know, but just because it's what we've seen, it's what we know, does not mean it's what's the best option. Because I see and know a lot of things that I shouldn't do. Yeah, tidbits. I try to write down and schedule stuff out as best I can. I'm not the best at it, and I'm so hyperactive that I do get a lot of stuff done that's not on the schedule, but like in the order that I necessarily need to get it in, not always, and shit like that. That's what's up. I've been running a good amount, biking a good amount, and then also eating different than I usually do too. Last night I ate bad, but overall throughout the days, even just to save money, I've been just saving money has helped me eat like healthier overall. And I'm still not great at it at all, but not eating out is like a lot of the key because eating out there, when you really think about it, like there aren't that many healthy options and healthy options that even taste better than the healthy option you cook at your house, not often. Like the options I like out usually are unhealthy options. If it's healthy, fuck, I'll cook something healthy. Yeah, and like emotional health, mental health, all that stuff is important, and it's a lot of work. Is really what it is, and that's this the not the secret, but the key that I think a lot of people miss is that, like, for example, like it's a crazy thing, but like fun and happiness is a lot of work, you know? Like that doesn't even make sense, but fun and happiness are a lot of fucking work. So like what? You're telling me to have fun, I gotta work hard at it? That's crazy, but it's reality. And when you accept it like that, like you have to figure out what you want to work hard at, what you want to have fun doing, and stuff like that, because regardless, it's gonna be hard work. Yeah, I think so too, Dixon. Like when I get super anxious and shit, I definitely gotta go run. Well, bye. Swimming sometimes, or swimming can have me a little bit more anxious sometimes until I get to a certain distance. But I also realize a lot of people don't swim like laps for real. They just like swimming. I'm not talking about just getting in the pool, but like for cardio purposes, like actually doing distance swimming, like it takes me some time to get my anxiety down. Running, it's like almost gone immediately. Tidbits throughout college, I had coaches. I had a lot more coaches. I have like one sort of coach right now, but not really. I don't have too much coaching right now, and I'm looking for some type of mentor coaching. But in the cannabis marketing space that I'm in, I'm gonna be real with you, like with you guys, like trying to do like commercials and trying to do like learn how to help different companies with their marketing and stuff like that. Because I'm a marketer overall and doing stuff like that. Like there's not a lot of people who have done it yet. That's what like we're at the forefront of like the cannabis market. So with that being said, it's literally like I'm not saying I'm him, but it would have been like the Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, those people that were creating like the computer, even Mark Cuban with the internet shit. Like they didn't have people mentoring them on like what they were doing because it's not like the oil business or something like that people have been doing forever. Like this cannabis market is something that's currently being created, and because it's currently being created, even if you do find a mentor within it, you have to be very careful because you have to be like, how much experience could this person have legally marketing cannabis? You know what I'm saying? Like in California, all right, maybe they've had up to like 10 years. But in most of this country, how long have most people been able to market cannabis, and can regular, like just the normal marketing techniques be brought over to cannabis? Like all that shit is being developed currently. So I would like a coach and something. I'd like a coach, like a running coach. But those are all things you just have to pay for as you get older. Nah, tidbits. I've been on a couple cannabis talks in Clubhouse, but I don't be on Clubhouse too much. I don't be on Clubhouse too much. I like people to come on here and go on lives with me and do some more talks. That's what I'm gonna do. So I mean, that's what I've been doing, and I have some more talks coming up here soon. Like coming up, I said coming up twice, but schedule coming up here soon. Exactly. This cannabis stuff's so new that like when somebody tells you that they haven't figured out, those are the people that you need to be very careful of. People who feel like they figured out this modern day cannabis market already, be very careful of them. Yeah, Emmanuel, I am. I'm planning on doing some more smoke sessions with some YouTubers. I had cannabis legalization news on here a couple days ago, and then another content creator I plan on making with soon local Chicago cannabis like company. I plan on doing some content here with soon. So just trying all these different avenues and stuff, and trying to meet people here in Chicago too, because I'd be bored as fuck. Bro. I'd be bored as shit. I'd be trying to have smoke sessions. But I hope you guys have a great Monday. I hope that Delta 8 is legal in Texas today. It seems like, based off the fact that they said it's always been illegal, they would have to damn near change the letter of the law. But whatever they have to do, I hope that it stays legal in Texas. HHC is pretty nice overall. I've liked it. But I'll see you guys later.